Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Built for More YouTube channel. My name is Timo,
My name is Ashley.
and today we have a very special guest, David Peters, right?
Yes.
Say that
Yep.
correctly?
hmm
Who has been a full-time Amazon influencer now for quite some time. So, very excited about this one. We're gonna get a different perspective, different take, different strategy when it comes to building this type of business and building your brand in this online space. So, welcome, David. Thank you for joining us, taking time out of your busy day to sit here with us and talk about this program and kind of like what it has done for us. So, you have been in the program for quite some time now, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. It's been about four and a
Four
half
years.
years now.
So you've seen
Yeah.
a lot. You've seen a lot of changes since you
Oh
started, right?
yeah.
So, kind of tell us
Definitely.
about like how did you come across the Amazon Influence Program 4 years ago?
Well,
We'll kind of like touch on that because I'm interested to know like how you kind of came across that.
yeah. I've been kind of self-employed for about 10 years, doing my own
Wow.
thing without having the real job. And I was always looking for ways to earn money online. Where I didn't have to go to a job. I definitely like being self-employed, and I was just looking to kind of build my future, looking at residual type incomes, different things. I started off with doing a print on demand through Amazon mostly. I mean, I did other stuff before that, but then I got onto the Amazon merch by Amazon program, and so just going to all the YouTubes, how to make money online, just like the rest of us, I think here probably have always searched for
Uh-huh.
those different things, and there was somebody on there that talked about the influencer program. Now, I hadn't had a real big social media stuff. I really wasn't on TikTok and Instagram. Facebook, I'm okay on. YouTube, I've had several different YouTube channels at the time too. So I figured, and also I started off with doing the thing that I know we're not supposed to do now is, getting a product and do a written review and getting refund back.
Right.
So I'm like, "Yeah, I got some free products, and it was just written review kind of stuff. But my background, I also have a visual media company. So I do photography, video, graphics, graphic designs. I build websites, things like that. I'm also an experienced and trained actor. So being
Interesting.
in yeah, so being in front of the camera, I'm always like to be in front of the camera, plus my video and my editing and that kind of stuff. And I saw this program about just making product videos. So instead of just written reviews, let's do some product videos. And started working with that. I did start off doing the kind of they send the product for free, or I buy it and rebate it back. Which again, don't do that. Don't do that now. Hey, this was a while ago, a long time ago. I was learning. I know better. So I started kind of doing the videos. Again, I learned it from a YouTuber, and I was able to submit my information, and I got qualified for it, and did my first three videos and that kind of stuff, and put it together. But it was just kind of a natural thing for me because, again, I'm comfortable in front of the camera, I'm comfortable behind the camera. I way overdo my videos. So,
Okay.
when people see my videos and stuff,
Yeah.
you'll see a production value that's going to be different than most everybody out there. Now, there's some really good production value, people out there, but for me, I was looking at it when I first started. You talk about building a brand. That's what I was doing at the very beginning. I'm like, I want to build a brand. I don't want to just shoot some stuff and hope I make money and that's it. I was like, I need to, and plus I'm doing more with the video and editing and always learning along the way as well. But I wanted to build a brand that when I could do more than just the Amazon influencer. I could do commercials. I've actually paid. We talk about brand sponsorships. We'll talk about that later too. But I've actually done filming commercials for people, and you can make more money doing that too. You don't get the residual, but it's building the brand and so forth, and that's really paid off because I get tons and tons and tons and tons of emails every single day. We want you to do, we see your videos, we like it, we want you to do our product. And so, but that's kind of how I started. The YouTube guy, to answer your question, I can talk for hours for this with this stuff, but I know we only have a certain amount of time. So a YouTube person mentioned it. I signed up. I got on, and then just started working with it. And yeah,
So
it
this
was
was in
different.
2021.
Yeah,
Around
around
there?
2020, 2021.
Oh, so
Yeah, 'cause
That's
I
the
was in,
perfect
you're
time to get into it.
you were one of the
yeah,
first.
I was in LA, I was in Los Angeles, and I started off kind of down there, I think, and then moved to Las Vegas. I'm up in Washington now, but yeah, just you got trying to work from home, always working stuff. But yeah, back then it was so different. It was the thing is like film everything in your house because no matter what you film, you're going to earn money on pretty
Hmm.
much because there wasn't too many people into it. Um, I know we're going to talk about the downfall, I think, kind of,
Yeah.
and other things too. So I'll let you lead on to that. But it was definitely different back then.
It
Um,
was a lot easier to. I mean, I think it's still easy to make money, but I
yeah.
think it didn't require so much effort. I would say, as far as like the quantity of videos, if you're solely trying to make commissions from that many
Hmm.
videos, right? Because there was really no saturation. It was still early. It was
Yeah.
new, right? So your strategy at that point was still trying to build a brand when you first came into that, or you were just
Yeah.
like, let me try this out. So you started seeing commissions come in. So what was kind of like your reaction when you started seeing these commissions come in just for these like videos, and you're like, and then how fast were you able to like
Okay.
to grow
Yeah,
that
it
income?
was, the first month, I made like it was like $20 or $40, and then the next month it was a couple $100, and then because I started, I think it was in June or July, I think, or August, because it took several months. By the end of the year, I had made like $3,000 or $4,000. And so, but I did see the grow. I mean, I put more videos out and I started to make more money. More videos, more money, more money, more. So my thinking is the more videos you put up, eventually you'll just keep earning money. It'll keep going up and 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 up. It didn't do that.
Okay.
It didn't quite do that. But yeah, the first year, which was only like 4 or 5 months, I made like $4,000. But like in January, I made like $2,000 or something like that month. And it just compounded, and I saw this compounding thing. And that first full year, I did pretty good. I made like more money than I ever had in my life.
With less
You know,
videos than what you have now, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. With was like
Yeah.
with 1,000 videos or whatever. I made like 120 grand or something. And that was before CC program.
Wow.
That was just influencer
Influencer commissions, yeah.
on site
On
because
site.
I didn't do a lot of off site. But I mean, we'll talk about that too. But I mean, I do now. But it was great. And so I'm thinking I'll just keep putting this in, and I'm gonna make. And I befriended a couple of people that have been doing it longer than me, and they were making more money, and I just kind of followed that. I'm like, oh my God, they made 200,000, they made 240,000 that
Wow.
year, and
Dang.
and they were 6 months, behind. I'm 6 months behind them or something, and I'm like, I'm gonna just keep riding this train. It's gonna go up and up and up, and then all of a sudden I see their incomes drop and drop and drop and drop, and mine drop and drop drop. We put more videos. It got to a point where the more videos I put up, the less money I made, and I'm like, it's not supposed to work like that.
So at that point is when you started seeing, I would say, a little bit more of the saturation.
Yeah.
People got wind of it. The courses started coming out.
Well, yeah,
The
after the first
creators,
year,
right?
after
And
that
then
first year, full year, then yeah, it was all the courses, people selling courses. And I realized people are making more money selling courses than they are in the actual program. Sure, they probably made some good money in the program too, at that time because that was back when it was really good. I know that. I saw that. I did that myself. But then as the time goes on, and that's classic. That's in almost any industry. The people that sell the dream or sell courses will end up probably making more money than the people actually work in the
yeah,
course or
I can
work
see
in the
that.
the program.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
I didn't do that. I didn't want to do that. I probably could have because I've seen so much and I know what I'm doing. I could probably put together a course, but that's not that's not the thing that I wanted to do. So I probably missed out on that bit. But I see a lot of them just selling the dream, and they're still talking about it. You can make $10,000 a month, and like, whew, yeah,
That's a
good
lot of
luck.
work.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a lot of
good
work.
Yeah.
luck. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's changed.
things change. All right. So from the beginning, your main, I would say like strategy was uh, quality, right? Because given
Hmm.
your background, You came
Yeah.
into this. I'm gonna create some quality videos, and I seen you like on the carousel. I bought this
Hmm.
light, and I seen it was like a 7 minute video with like nice lighting. I said, "Oh wow, this guy's taking up my space on the carousel. I don't like that." You know? But so you see commission started dropping from when you
Hmm.
started, right? Obviously, the saturation started coming in. So, did
Hmm.
you change up anything? Did you add another, maybe like a little bit more offsite YouTube? Kind of like, did you pivot or incorporate another aspect of this type of, business?
Yeah, it's you always have to change and evolve in any industry like this. I mean, when I started off making fancy pants thumbnails and all that, I realized that's a lot of work. I'm not doing that. I do it totally different now. I had YouTube before, so I'm familiar with YouTube, and I used to have, I mean, my channel's called It's the Dave Show, and I used to have my YouTube channel called It's the Dave Show, but I would put up my acting stuff, and I've hosted like uh, cooking shows. I hosted cooking shows and different things like that. Well, I just changed that channel to my product reviews, and I just went ahead and called It's the Dave Show as my product review channel,
Oh,
and
that's
started up.
cool.
Yeah,
You just okay.
rebranded basically. Yeah,
Okay.
same brand, but just re-put the different content.
Nice.
Because I had like I put up my short films and my commercials and all the stuff that I've done before, and nobody really cared about that either.
Okay.
um, so I started doing the YouTube, putting stuff up on YouTube, and it took about a year to get monetized.
So, you got it
Um,
monetized. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Now I had the watch time, but not the subscribers.
Okay.
And I tell people definitely put your videos on YouTube. If you're already making them, throw them on YouTube. It takes a couple extra minutes to do it. Now, don't expect a big return right away. Like I said, over a year to get monetized in hundreds and hundreds of videos. And I found out that I got the watch time, but not the subscribers because people come looking for a product and they look at the product and they go, okay, that's a cool video for that product I'm interested in. They don't care about anything else. Why subscribe to this guy when I'm looking at an air purifier and he's doing shower heads or whatever. So getting that subscriber is much harder than the watch time. But eventually I did. So I'm doing pretty well. I mean pretty well. I make like $600 to $800 a month just on YouTube. So
On
not
YouTube
great.
AdSense.
Just that, yeah, the YouTube AdSense stuff. And I actually make more money on that than I do with offsite affiliates with Amazon.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I also, I mean, now I put stuff on my Facebook, Pinterest, and TikTok. I have like five total platforms I post my videos, but I
Are
still
you the
don't get.
one that does it all yourself, or do you have somebody help you to put these videos on different platforms?
No, I use the program. I use the Repurpose IO.
Repurpose.
Repurpose
Yeah,
IO. Okay.
yeah.
Maybe
So
I
I get
should
it to
start doing
YouTube. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's easy to do. I mean, it does help a lot. It does
that.
help a
Yeah.
lot. I still have to upload it to YouTube myself. I don't automate that, but then it takes my YouTube video and puts it all the other places. Now Pinterest, I have to go in and add a link into another area, so I kind of have to manually touch that. My
Hmm.
TikTok and my Facebook, I just let it do whatever it does. And honestly, I don't get a lot of off-site sales.
Okay.
So
From
I
the
don't know
different
if I'm
platforms.
yeah, on all the I mean, because I look at my affiliate offsite numbers on Amazon, and it's not very big at all. So I'm
Hmm.
probably doing something not right.
Interesting.
I see a lot of people making a ton of money on offsite. I'm not. Don't know why. I'm
Well,
probably
I
not doing it.
appreciate that honesty. Are you
Yeah.
using something like Genius Link or Post Tap? Okay.
I have Genius Link also.
All
Yeah,
right.
Genius Link, Repurpose, and so I'm trying to tie all that stuff in. I do get some sales from other countries. Here and there. I'm on UK and Canada and Australia for influencer program, so I upload videos to those as well.
So, you repurpose
But
your Amazon influencer US to Canada, UK,
yeah,
and Australia. Okay.
exactly. Now
Interesting.
when I
And you
when I
do
make
all of that yourself too.
oh yeah,
Man.
yeah, I'm
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm full
Yeah.
time. I am busy. It's a full time job, and honestly, and I get so many products, and it just and it stacks up. And I'm very selective on the products through vendors and stuff like that. And I'm sure we can go into detail if you want
So
to
let's
about.
yeah let's talk about that. So,
Okay.
which was going to be my next question, right? So obviously you're on YouTube, you're on all these platforms, right? So you get a lot of, and your quality, the quality of videos are is it's great. I think it's fantastic. Probably some of the better ones that I've seen with Amazon Influence Program, like on the carousels,
Hmm.
which is something that I'm trying to work on because that's how I feel like you get a lot more outreach, like
Hmm.
meaning like brands will reach out to you. So I'm
Hmm.
assuming, given that you have a presence on other platforms, including YouTube, right? Because I have been seeing a lot more the uptick in brands reaching out to me on YouTube.
Hmm.
So does so does paid brand collaborations, right? Is that the means of you getting the product, or are you requesting free samples on Creator Connections?
Um, the majority are ones that contact me. The
Got you.
majority of the
Via
products I get
email.
contact me, and a lot of them email. A lot of them say, excuse me, hey, I saw your video on YouTube. A lot of them reference YouTube. Now, you always make
Yes.
sure you have your contact information
Interesting. Yeah,
on your
I noticed
channel,
that.
and every single video you post, put your contact information in there. And that's how I do that there. I do get a lot of them that contact me from Amazon or a few other places as well. And so when they contact me and they say, hey, we want you to, we saw your stuff, blah blah blah. We want you to do our product. Hopefully they have a link to their product. Sometimes they don't. I have a little notepad set up with like pre-done responses because I got tired of typing in everything. Make templates, people. Make
Hmm.
save it in a notepad. I just pull up my notepad. I have a little section for if they send me, information with no link to the product. I'm an Amazon influencer. I need to see the product on Amazon to make my decision. And I mentioned right there, I need to see the product to make sure that I can or want to do the product and to figure out what my video production fee may be. So I'm planting that seed that I might be charging them
Right.
up front, and then they'll send me the link to it or whatever. And I look for a bunch of things. I'm so busy. I'm very selective. If it's a high dollar value item, then that I could probably do that without a fee because if I can turn around and sell it. If it's something I could sell and make 50 to 100 bucks, okay, cool. Or if it's something I want, I've gotten some pretty nice stuff. But um, if it's just a whatever item, I mean, you do one air purifier, you're gonna have people sending you links for 100 more, and massaging pads and foot massagers, and I've done dozens of those
So
things.
really quick, do you niche down into like what type of products, or you kind of just do whatever?
I'll just do whatever.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do children's stuff because I don't have any kids. My
Hmm.
kids are all grown up and no grandkids or anything like that. My wife will do some products for me sometimes, like some shoes and a few things. She'll do that for me. I do a lot of outdoor stuff, home, kitchen. I think my biggest category is like the home and kitchen type
Okay.
category, for things. But so I'm very selective on that stuff, and it's like, okay, I'll do it. You're gonna pay me. I'll do it for 50 bucks. I usually start around 50 bucks, 100 bucks. Now I look at, is there something that has to be assembled? Is it something that has to be installed? You want me to do a outdoor security camera and install it, and you have the app and you have all this kind of stuff. That's 100 to 150
A lot of
bucks.
work.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, and it's going to take me a couple of hours to film and put up and do all that stuff. Because again, I overdo it. I overkill my videos, but I do quality and detail. That's the way I say. If you were looking for a quality and detailed video, my videos are longer than most, 5 to 10 minutes or sometimes. Um,
So,
yeah,
question about the quality really quick. Do you
yeah.
use a special camera?
I I have a lot of cameras.
Oh
Being
my gosh.
in a visual production company, I'm sitting here in my office right now, in my studio. I actually have a studio in my house. I have a Sony full frame camera looking at me here. I have a secondary Sony camera as a top down. Um, and these are $3,000 or $4,000 cameras with lenses and stuff. Okay, overkill, way overkill. I don't suggest it for Amazon influencer. My best camera that I use, if I didn't have those, is a DJI Pocket 3. I
Interesting.
use I use that for all my stuff outside the studio. If I'm on my
How,
desk,
how's the quality on that? It's pretty good.
it's 4K.
Okay,
And
DJI Pocket 3, you said?
Pocket 3, yeah.
And this is a camera that you can use to film product reviews, but is it also really great for like YouTube quality content?
Yeah. Hold on, I have it right here.
Interesting.
Sorry,
That's the
Timo.
one.
I
That's the
need to
one
get my
that.
questions answered about the camera stuff.
That's the
Yeah,
one that Lynn made the video on. The little DJI 3. Shout out to
Oh,
Lynn.
really?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
that good
Let
video.
me
That video she
let me
made.
show you this thing.
Yeah, I gotta check that out.
This
Yeah,
is a handheld camera that has a gimbal on it. Let's see, I'm backwards.
Oh my goodness.
So it has a gimbal. So you've got steady video, which you need steady video. I don't
as
know
you
if you've
need.
ever seen videos of people shaking around and holding your cell phone. It sucks. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
those are my
um,
videos.
yeah. So I've got a steady cam. It's 4K. I can do it vertically at 3K, which is still pretty good. It comes this particular package. This was a deluxe package. Comes with a wireless microphone. So quality of audio I think is so important. I've seen so many influencer videos where they got their cell phone set up 5 feet away because they're doing something that needs to be like a full frame, and it's just you can barely hear them, and
All
it's
you hear
just
is
a little
echo.
and an echo. Yeah, you hear a little echo, and you hear this thing like that, like a microphone. The actual two biggest things in video is lighting and sound. Even your video could be kind of crappy, but if you have good lighting and sound, it makes it so much better. But this one right here, if I was to choose one camera to use, other than say a cell phone that people have in your pocket, it would be this one. Now these run 500 to 700 bucks, so it's a bit of an investment for a lot of people, um, but cheaper than these big old Sonys, and I don't take those anywhere. When I travel, I also have a travel show. And part of my one of my other hustles is I own a travel agency also. So I have a lot of different streams of income that I
Right.
have, and that's when we were talking about the decline of income with Amazon and stuff like that. I diversify to many different types of streams, but I take this when I travel because it's so easy. I mean, it's a pocket camera, that's what they call it, and this actually has an extra battery on it, so that's how small this thing is.
That's pretty
Okay,
cool. There you go,
so
Ash.
Yeah.
that has something that you can, it connects into your computer and you'll be able to pull up what you recorded into your computer, correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, I know, but it's a tech issue, but there's a lot of
It's
people
a
that are going to be watching this that will
yeah.
have the same question.
It takes a
Okay,
little card, a little SD card, or you can plug it in directly into a computer to edit and stuff. And
As soon as you get it, Ash, you can make a YouTube video tutorial.
yep.
Link
right.
it.
So, okay, let me just really quick.
Okay.
I have the opposite problem that you had with your YouTube. I have
Hmm.
the right amount of subscribers on my gut health YouTube. I do not have the right amount of watch hours.
Hmm.
So, I want to do long form content, workout videos for people with autoimmune diseases. And
Nice.
I think that that would get me my watch time, but I shouldn't do this with my phone. I do everything with my phone, and this is
Hmm.
one thing that I think I should not do with my phone. Granted, when I do use my phone, I always have a microphone attached to it when it's far
Good.
away from me. So the sound is always great, but the quality is kind of blurry when I get the video onto YouTube. So
Hmm.
that would be perfect for workout videos then?
Oh yeah. And actually,
Man,
it ha
thank you.
it actually has a follow feature
Oh my God. Okay, that's
on it
perfect.
because it's got the gimbal. If you tap it when you're facing or you use an app, you can on your phone you can control it from your phone. So you can set this up away. If you're doing a workout video, you don't want it too close because you're not going to see anything. You
Right.
want it across the room. You can connect it to a phone app that you can control it. You tap on it and it'll follow you. So if you're going back and forth and walking back and forth or doing whatever, this camera will follow you as well.
Amazing.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah, it's pretty powerful for a little camera,
There you go,
but
Ash.
I'm gonna get my YouTube monetized, dude. Like I'm going
yeah.
to.
Now
It's gonna happen.
my travel channel, YouTube is monetized also, but it's much smaller than my Amazon product videos.
Hmm.
But we're trying. We keep trying. So
Yeah.
So you spend a lot of time on quality, and that's like priority for you, right? And
yeah.
I think now I reached a point where I say, okay, quantity got me to where I'm at, but I think to get to that next level, you kind of have to put a little bit more time into the quality of your videos for Amazon influencer, YouTube, because there is competition out there, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I think differentiates yourself from the competition is obviously a good video, but the quality, right? Back to the basics, the lighting,
Yeah. Yeah.
audio, things like that. So would you say that given the spike in the number of influencers that have came into this program since you started,
Hmm.
and the number of influencers coming in to this program on the day to day, right? Would you say that quality is more important now than it was before?
Um, yeah, there's a couple thoughts behind that. Now I know some people saying I don't watch any influencer videos that look professional. I want to see real people
I've
kind of
seen that
thing.
too. Yeah.
So and so okay, what does the buyer want?
I was
That's
going to
the
say you have
thing
to look
is
at it from the lens of a customer. We're
exactly.
influencers. We know, but a customer that doesn't
Exactly.
know, right?
Yeah, what are they looking for? If the idea is answer the question. Again, I overproduce this stuff. You people do not need to do this. I think using a cell phone is perfectly fine. Yeah, from the Pocket 3, hold off a little bit because they're talking about a Pocket 4, a new version come out.
Okay.
There is some issues with the pricing of this thing because it's made in China, whatever, and the tariff situation. And we're not going to go into
Mm,
politics, but anyways,
mm,
it jumped this up from like 700 to like $900. They're starting to
Wow.
come down a little bit. Costco, I think, carries them. You might want to look at Costco or shop around a little bit. But they're coming out with a new version, which I'll probably buy because I've had it for a couple years and I've used the heck out of this thing. So, anyways, there you go.
this will be
Okay.
called Pocket 4.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
DJI Pocket 4. I don't know when. There's still rumors and there's been like leaked photos and you know how that goes. It's
Okay.
all the tech stuff. So anyways, so for quality, again, I tell people if you have a cell phone that's most of the phones these days are really good. New iPhones, new Samsungs, Pixels, whatever. Their video quality is really good. Just make sure your lighting is decent and you have and the little microphones like you have, Ashley, is probably
Mhm.
just they're pretty cheap. At 30, $40, you can get a little wireless microphone to plug into it um, to do that. Now, the thing is again, the content of it. Answer the questions that people want. I've seen so many videos of unboxing. That used to be a thing. Right now, I somebody just does unboxing. I'm bored as heck.
Me too.
It's like, you know, and I've seen a few other people's videos that talk about this too. It's like, okay, we know what's in it. I mean, it's on the ad, right? You're on Amazon. You're looking at this product. You know what comes with it. You don't need to show it. So usually I'll start off with like the product in my hand, maybe the box, because the brand wants me to show the box, you know, sometimes as long as there's no barcodes. But talk about the brand, saying, "Hey, I just got this product. The product, the company sent it to me for review. They wanted me to show you what it is and how it works." And then let's go. Here's what comes with it, really quick. You're gonna get this cable and blah 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 blah. Now let's see how it works, and I show them how it works, and do the things that people are going to want to know. You know, how is it connected? How does it work? What does it look like in your hands? Whatever the product is, do something with it, and that's what they want to see is how does it? You're a buyer. What do you want to know?
And
How?
I think
Yeah.
that's true because, like I said, when I came across your video it was on the softbox, right?
Hmm.
First of all, I didn't know nothing about softboxes. I didn't know lighting. I didn't know like none of this stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I watched your entire video, and I learned a lot of things that I did not know,
Oh,
like
good.
the what is it, Bowens, where you put the light in from
The adapter. Yeah.
the little adapter, this little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Yep.
didn't know what a lot of this stuff was until I watched your video. Now, okay, cool. And then a video like that's um, it answers all the questions that I have as a customer. The quality's great. You do a great job explaining. Not only I think will perform good on Amazon, but a video like that performs well on other platforms as well, like YouTube.
Yeah, I do make my videos a lot of times more for YouTube, but then I put them on Amazon, you know, first. Um, It is. Again, I do way overdo it, but it's
That's
multi-purpose, and I'm
funny because
building my brand.
you're the
I'm
second person that we've interviewed that said that. That said you
yeah,
make your videos for YouTube and then put them on Amazon as well. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just it's again I do overdo it. I know I do. I could probably spend a lot less time if I didn't have the when I'm doing two videos like my in my studio, I've got a front facing camera and a downward facing camera, and when I'm editing all, couple camera angles and doing all these things and stuff, which is very good, more professional looking. But a lot of times it is overkill for just Amazon videos. But but I've seen a lot of crap out there too.
Right.
Did it-
But that's
I mean,
that's how you create your content, right? That's how.
yeah, people are saying, "Oh, I uploaded 200 videos this month." How? What? And I have a full-time job. What kind of videos are you putting up?
Very
I mean,
few.
I do about 40 to 50. I'm full-time on this, and I put up about 40 to 50 a month, right? And they're mostly all average 2 to 5 minutes. So I could see, okay, if you just have your cell phone out and you're taking 30-second videos with no editing and just, hi, I got this mug. It's really cool. I like it. You should get one too, and upload it, and that's it.
Or do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop it,
Passing.
Timo.
Exactly. Get
But
a
it's
get a
but it's true.
get, yeah,
Yeah.
get a little tripod, put it but it's like, okay, you know, I don't know. They're doing all that many videos is going to work. And then there's also the thing about doing multiple videos per product. That's a whole nother issue that I have with people.
Taking up all the slots in the carousel.
Well, yeah, I call it's a game. People are playing the game. Now I only will do multiple videos if it's a product that is a lot more involved, like a robot vac. All right, here's what comes with it, the kind of the unboxing, the whole bit kind of stuff. Then you have to connect it to the app, and then you show the actual workings of it and cleaning, the things. And my video could be 12 minutes long because I do detail. So sometimes I'll break that into 3 different videos. Okay, here's what you get. Here's how you connect it to the app and how you control it and set the maps up. And here's it running around doing it and doing the cleanup testing kind of stuff.
Now, do you
But then,
feel? I'm sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, but then some people are doing, um, videos of a battery operated soap dispenser, and they do a video of how to put the batteries in, and then a video on how to put the soap in, and then a video of how to turn it on and make it work, and then another video. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that could be one video.
Hmm.
Don't you're just being an idiot, and you just wanna you're gaming the system by putting up multiple videos for one thing to take up all the slots and all that. If I my I say if I my dream wish for Amazon is to say you get one video per product per account. Make it your best one. Stop blucking up the thing with a bunch of crap. I mean, there's other issues. They have to take off all these AIs and all these people that are really
Yeah.
cheating. But if they said you get one video per product per account, wouldn't you want to make it the best one you possibly can
Yeah.
Yeah.
and put
Because you
that
have no other option.
information? Yeah, if you had no other option, but unfortunately they don't do that. And Amazon actually said, "Oh, make a bunch of videos. We don't care," because they don't care about influencers.
But do
you
you
know?
think? Do you think that your videos, with the quality and the effort that you put into it, will convert and stay on the top carousel longer than all these other videos that are not necessarily like bad, but they're just like kind of like, just they put
Like a
something in
rush
there.
job.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, well, I hope to, of
like
course.
your
Because
conversion. Do you notice that with your conversion? I assume that they perform better.
yeah, my conversion and my numbers has been pretty steady. Now the on Amazon videos themselves and my income has dropped quite a bit with the CC program. It's helped bring it back up again. So
Hmm.
I'm
So
thankful
let's
for that.
so let's talk about that.
Okay.
So creator connections has been. I first found out about it was 2024 last year around summertime. Didn't really like understand it. I know Ashley kind of told me that, oh, you can make creator connection commission from your on-site videos. I was like, how's that even possible? Because I thought it was for off-site.
Hmm.
Um, but we have creator connections, and then a few months later, there comes out an extension, right? Oink, that Rob created, and phenomenal extension.
Yeah.
So do you shift kind of like how you're doing, um, like your strategy moving forward when now that we have creator connections, or how much effort or how much time do you spend on it? Like,
Yeah, it.
or
I'm
whatever.
definitely thankful for Creator Connections and thankful for Oink. And first of all, I have never bought any program. I have not bought any class or course. I have never bought any plug-in or add-on program except for Oink. That's the only one I paid for. I don't do the Fluencer Fruit or the Viral View or any of those kind of things. I haven't paid for that. I'm not saying that they're not good. They're definitely good depending on what you want to do. For my process, I haven't needed it yet. But so yeah, the Creator Connections is I earn about 1.5 to almost 2 times more than the Amazon on itself with
Wow.
Creator Connections. So, if I'm making $1,000 on site Amazon, I'm making 1,500 to 2,000 just on CC on top of that.
Nice.
So it's really helped. I
Yeah.
Right.
definitely like that. So definitely the focus is and should be more on the CC products. Now there's how many campaigns out there? 250,000 or something now. I don't know what
I
it
thought
is,
it was
but
400,000
or
I think
now.
it's
400.
like 500. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
it's a
more than you
lot.
can ever look at.
Just
But
keeps growing.
yeah, I don't even. I used to have to search through. When I first started, I got jumped in as soon as it launched. I was one of the first on there, I think, and just trying to find. Okay, I did all these products. I'm going to try to find it. You scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Even at the beginning, when there wasn't as many, it was still such a pain to do.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, I don't even scroll anymore. I just use the Oink extension and do my daily fetch and find, and do my storefront thing and get all this stuff to make sure I'm on all the programs that I have products for. Now, I have reached out to vendors or sellers on the CC program to get like samples and things like that. Not very responsive,
Mm.
not much back. I've gotten a few, but you send 100 out, I've maybe got two or three responses or so. It's been really bad.
Wow.
Um,
There's a
now
lot of people
sometimes,
sending messages. A lot of people.
yeah, it's just flooding with it. So if there's something very specific I'm looking for, like I'm looking for something very specific now, I would go on there and search to say, does CC program have that? And oh look, here's a 5 or 6 sellers that are selling this product I'm interested in. I'll send messages out to them. If I don't hear back from them in a week, but it's still a product I want to purchase, I'm going to purchase something probably on the CC program versus not on the
Right.
CC program. But I do look at other things too. I look at sales history. I look at the BSR numbers. I look at the other influencers that are on there, the videos, the placements. I look at so many of these different things before I decide to buy something. Sometimes a CC product might not have any sales. I mean, so it's great. It's on there. You can get 10% commission or 20% commission, but if it doesn't sell, you're 20% of nothing, or find a product that's not on the CC program that does have sales that you can probably get your video on. And so you make 2% or 5% or whatever, 2% or 3, that's not very much. Um, but there's more likelihood of getting the sale. You're going to do way better on that versus doing it on the CC program,
Right.
unless if you're really pushing and marketing it. So definitely good. And I kind of use a combination of all that stuff to make it fit.
It really changed
But
the game. Oink has really changed the game for Amazon
it's
influencers and
oh
influencers.
yeah, you can see my numbers from my CC program from when I started it with Oink. I did the free one for a while. I was kind of slow to get the paid version of it. But then he keeps adding more good stuff to it.
Yeah.
Back when he first started, it's like, okay, we just do this one thing. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I want to pay for that. But the more stuff he added, I'm like, it's going to be benefit. And as soon as I did and I bought it, my CC numbers just went like that.
Right.
Nice. So
And you can
you
see
are
it on the chart.
only so you're only strategically purchasing when you want something. Do you ever strategically purchase just for the possibility that you can make commissions off of the product?
No, I do
Okay.
not do that. Now, back when I first started, and I had some other influencer friends that would do that. They would purchase stuff specifically to make videos. I have a
Right.
friend that spent like 50 grand
Yeah.
in purchasing stuff just to make videos, but he also made 250,000
Mhm.
because of that.
Back then.
Yeah,
Back
back
then.
then.
Right.
Now he doesn't even do that either. He doesn't buy, and I don't buy something just to make a video of it because the return on investment is very slim right now.
Right. I agree with
Very slim.
that. I'm scared to
So
do it.
so yes, I only purchase stuff that I want or need. I'll give you a good example. Also, it just has been a couple of years now. My brother needed a chipper, a wood chipper kind of thing, because he's got some property and needed some stuff. And so I said, I will buy it for you, but you need to make a video for me.
Hmm.
To get your family and friends to make your videos, and you make a video for it. And he didn't like to talk. He's not like me. He's totally anti, you know, social and whatever. He said, but he says, I'll walk you through it. I'll tell you what I'm doing, and then I just did a voiceover. So it's my voiceover, his
Nice.
doing the video because he lives a bit of a ways. That product I earned like I paid like $164 for it. I've earned over $2,000 on that thing.
Wow.
Very nice.
So very strategically bought a product specifically. You know, it's a gift. I made him work for it, and it's made me more money. But again, that was a couple of years ago. So
I
yeah, I
think
don't. Yeah.
yeah, I think I mean that's pretty smart. You know, like getting family and friends to get the product and then make the video for you, right? Because a lot of times, like for example, I have a seller that reached out to me for a mini split. They want me to make a
Hmm.
review for a mini split, but I have no interest in installing it or even learning how to install it, and I'm not going to do it. But I might have a relative or a friend that can take it for free, and they could just make a video for me, or a
Hmm.
couple videos for me, right? Take up that carousel. But um, yeah, I think that's a great
Hmm.
example of something that can work.
Yeah. So
But
so again, I only buy what I'm looking for, but I do research it. I don't just go by. It's like, and like when my mom wants something or my wife wants something or whatever, they're like, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Can you find the best one to do? And then I'll do my research and my numbers and whatever, and I'll say, okay, this one is the best one to buy, and we get it, we'll make a video of it. So,
perfect.
Nice.
So
yeah.
you're on obviously on YouTube, different platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Amazon
Hmm.
Influence Program. You talked about commercials, so
Hmm.
I kind of want to learn a little bit about how that came about.
Hmm.
Was it like a brand reach out to you, say, hey, we have this idea for this commercial, we want you to do it? Like, how did that kind of happen? Kind of walk us through that.
And is the
Yeah,
commercials the same thing as UGC?
but pretty much, it was pretty much like that, yeah.
Okay.
Or the a rights package, they could you give them the copyright to be able to do what they want to with it.
With it.
Well,
Okay.
what I do it when I the way I do it is when I send out a message or they send me the product and I say, okay, I want to do it. I have again in my notepad a pre-done video production information. That's what I call it, video production. I do video productions. That's what I do. And so I'll talk about the price, and then I'll talk about things I do and things I don't do. I'm not going to send you the raw file. I'm not going to, I'm 100% honest. I don't do any redos. I don't remake the video unless if I screw something up. I mean, if I go, oh, I forgot something really important or I said something wrong, okay, I'll fix it.
Hmm.
I'm not going to send it to you ahead of time for review. You're not allowed to download it and upload it to your things or whatever, unless if you agree to my rights package. So I have the different packages. When they say, oh, how do we get the rights and how much is it? I give them a price. And I say I actually make a video specifically for you. So you're not taking my influencer video. It's the Dave Show because I brand it. I have a watermark. I have my little logo on it. If they want to buy the rights to the package, I tell them I make a video specifically for you. I can either use your branding. Hi, this is David from XYZ brand, and we have a new product for you to show you.
Interesting.
That kind of thing. Or I can do it like a UGC type of thing, where it's like I'm just a user and I use this product. It's really cool. I like it. Boom, 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 and then they can use it however they want. I send them the file. I give them, I say you can use it on your platforms. Now, there's also a different thing of do they want to use it on Amazon as their own video? And if that's the
Hmm.
case, that's fine, as long as I know, so I can make a separate influencer video for myself. So that's kind of how I play it that way. I give them the options of kind of a commercial based on their, hi, we have this new product. Like I'm part of the company and I'm doing a commercial for them,
Hmm.
or a UGC where I'm the user and this is how I like it, blah blah blah, and they can use it however they want.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I
Yeah,
go about
actually,
that.
you could probably implement that with the CMOS. Hi, this is Ashley from CMOS. You know,
Yep.
that's interesting.
and
Though. Yeah, that's very
and
interesting.
and, I, and also I can go by their requirements. So if they're going to pay me, and I start like $250 to $300 or more, depending on what they want. Now, if they want a full on commercial, okay, we want a woman to do this part in the kitchen. We need a young child to do the hair. I mean, if I have to hire actors and do an actual video production and make a real commercial, of course that's going to be a lot more expensive.
Right.
I
Have
mean,
you had
commercials,
collaborations like that?
not really. They don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
um,
Well, work, yeah.
because it would have to be, and I've had a few pay 500-600 bucks for a pretty good sized commercial, and I had like a friend come in to help me do it and make it like that. But most of the people, most of the sellers, they want something for nothing. They
ten
want
dollars.
you to do the
$10.
video for free. They want the rights to use it however they want for
Right.
free, and I don't do that, and I don't need to because I'm busy. You want to talk about paid productions. I'm earning 800 to 1,500 a month
And paid.
just on
Just
paid work, just going through my PayPal. So how people paying me,
Hmm.
you know, um,
interesting.
and I'm and I'm uploading 40 to 50 videos a month, and most of it's paid. Some of it I have some brands that I work with that I don't charge as much, or I don't charge, if they're on the CC program, that kind of stuff. If I reach out, let's talk about CC real quick. If I reach out to them, I don't charge a fee. If they reach out to me and say that they're on the CC program, I may charge a video fee as well. Because they
Hmm.
reach out to me, they want my video, I might charge them. Or what I'll do, this is another one too, and I think the last gentleman talked about this too, that was on your show, is I'll go, okay, I'll do it for free for an Amazon influencer, no rights given. For 50 bucks, I'll upload it to 5 locations, 5 platforms. My Facebook, the YouTube, blah, 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 all that stuff for 50 bucks. If you want the rights to it, I'll put on there it's 250 bucks or 300 or whatever. And here's what I do for you. You choose the package you want. So I give them the option. If
Awesome.
it's on the CC program, I'm more willing to forego the video production fee. And it's just for my time. I say 50 bucks. It's for my time. And they're like, "Oh, we don't have a budget for that." I understand. Thanks a lot.
No
Next,
problem. No
I've got
problem.
I've got I've got a dozen emails that people want me to do their products.
Yeah.
Someone's going to pay me. Um, because I film it, I edit it, I upload it, and I upload it to all these things. It takes time. If I never earn any money on it, I earn 50 bucks for my time to do it.
That's good.
That's how I look at it to do it.
Yeah, and
I
I've
rarely,
noticed that
yeah.
the US brands are like they're easier to get the money from.
Yeah,
On my
and
end anyway, they seem to have a big budget that they can work with.
Yeah,
that's
and
where
it's
the quality
$2,000 a
comes.
month.
Well,
But
that's
She
where
has
the
well,
she has
I
a collaboration with the brand CMOS, where she does.
hmm
I think how many lives?
yeah, well, they pay me $200 per hour live, and
Nice.
it's just it's amazing. That was
I
and
don't
now
do.
it's like I don't want to take any low ball offer from any brand asking me to do because
You know your
they
worth.
come to me all the time, and
Yeah,
now I know my
That's the
worth
point.
because they showed me my worth.
exactly. Now I don't do lives.
Yeah.
I tried lives when I first started, and that's when lives on Amazon was really big back then, and people were doing
Uh-huh.
tons of lives. I tried a couple of them, and to me it was just so much time, and I didn't really get anything from it.
Yeah.
So I don't do. I'm not against doing it, but I don't know if Amazon is the right place to do lives anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could be wrong. But I don't do supplements. I don't do your CMOS is like a supplement, right?
That's what makes it really
So,
scary. And it is a huge learning curve trying to figure out how to word everything
yeah,
without medical claims. It's
exactly.
very hard. I actually have to go on to ChatGPT every day and it still
hmm
hasn't completely clicked. It's just it knows to keep reminding me on how to phrase this stuff.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't click, and sometimes it comes out of my mouth quicker than I can stop it, and I've already said it, and I'm like, oh shoot. It's like a lot of
You get
anxiety.
cut off.
Yeah, thank God it hasn't happened yet, but
Yeah.
I just have to be really careful because it's almost impossible to not make
hmm
medical claims with that
That's
stuff.
why I don't do supplements. I don't do any of those kind of things. There's good money in it. I know people like on TikTok and stuff. They do that
Yeah.
a lot, and they make a ton of money. I tried TikTok. I was on the TikTok shop for a little bit with the kind of the back way of like as a seller of
Oh,
products, and then and doing that, and then they banned that. They shut that down, so my account got shut down, and I can't get a TikTok account to be big enough to qualify for the TikTok shop. So I don't do that one.
well, so there's you can still do this, right, Timo, with the you buy the ads for the other countries.
Yeah, you could run the ads.
It's
Where you
cheap.
set
I
up the
paid like
TikTok.
$36 and got 5K.
Yeah, you set up like
Hmm.
the ads on a TikTok ads account, and
Hmm.
then you set it for like every other country except U.S. and Canada because it's more expensive.
Hmm.
And then you'll see the count go up
Hmm.
to what you need. What I do, what I've been doing, is I'll take like very very niche content of like this one I have is like a Spanish speaking priest that likes to use profanity.
Yeah.
Niche, very niche, very niche.
Yeah.
Um, Very popular in Mexico. So I took some of his, broke it up into shorts, posted, reposted, and yeah, it gets a lot of attraction. Gets a lot of.
Hmm.
I think I'm already like at 5K. That's my backup TikTok shop account.
Hmm.
So
Nice.
what I'll do, I'll just hide all the content and then start posting on there. So the cool thing about TikTok is like obviously it goes to the For You page. It doesn't really go to your followers.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, definitely a good opportunity there. But we're coming up on an hour. I kind of want to ask you a
Yeah.
couple more questions and be
Yeah.
mindful of
Go
your
for it.
time. So over the last 4 days, right? I've experienced something along with other influencers, and you might have experienced something similar to this in the 4 years that you've been an influencer, where we wake up and our placements for the videos are non-existent, the visibility gone, commissions zero, negative. So it's a real eye opener, and it
Hmm.
really did feel like the rug was pulled from under us for those of us because a lot of us had larger accounts, meaning like we're making like pretty good money and we have a lot of videos, right? So one of the things that my takeaway from that was diversification, right? Not necessarily going up and starting a whole nother complete other business in another industry, right? It's still an option if that's what people want to do, right? But how important in your experience, you've been comfortable on camera now for a long time, and that's how
Hmm.
you made a living self-employed. How important would you say for someone who's a full-time content creator, Amazon influencer, YouTube, whatever, TikTok? How important is diversification and not putting all your eggs in the Amazon basket per se? I kind of want to hear your take on that, the importance of that.
Yeah, definitely. It's the one thing that I thought about for the longest time too, because if Amazon just decides to say, "Yeah, we're not going to do this anymore. Thanks, guys. Bye."
Done.
You're on their your platform. How much would I lose? I would lose a lot of money,
Yeah.
and that it'd be horrible. So, and that's where I keep up with my print on demand stuff. So that's kind of graphic design related. And I look at my situation. YouTube definitely is a good thing to do. Brand deals is another little thing to do. So I mean, if it came down and Amazon's no longer, I could switch easily to promoting and marketing the UGC content and just go directly with the vendors. I'll make the content, you pay me, and boom. A lot of the sellers on their own websites that I'm getting a lot of emails. We want a YouTube video to link to our website, not Amazon, not Amazon at all, and we have an affiliate program over here. So when you make sales,
Yeah.
we'll give you a commission. So what else could I do? With that. Um, the UGC kind of stuff. You can work for other companies, other brands doing product video things. For me personally, I can do photography. I've done weddings. I can do photography and videography for weddings. I have my graphic designs, and I told you I own a travel agency as well, which I just kind of do that part time. But I could if all the Amazon stuff went away, I can turn around and start focusing on something else really easily. But
Hmm.
it's scary when when the biggest bucket you have is with one thing and one company. If they shut off the CC program, I'm making more on that than I am on Amazon Direct now. So if
And
they shut that
that's a
off,
risk. I mean, that's a real possibility. Not to say it's going to happen, but
yeah,
I mean,
if they can
they shut
change.
down Inspire, so
Yeah, exactly. They own it. They make the rules. So we're just following along and hopefully we're hoping it stays. So I would tell people definitely build some other skills or think about other things that you can do with the skills that you have, just in case.
mhm.
Plan it. And invest in stuff. Put it in some in savings. Put some in your in an IRA, Roth IRA. I'm self-employed, so I have a Roth IRA. I mean, I actually have my LLC for this business is also an S corp. So I'm LLC and S corp. I pay myself an income like a W-2 employee, and I put money away in a Roth IRA. You know, put some of that stuff away
Yeah.
uh, because you might need it. And I have enough savings that, I'm talking with my wife. She's in the medical industry, so she's got a really good job, but that can change at any time too. You're working for somebody else. Um, I got enough savings that if Amazon just shuts everything down, I could pay all my bills and expenses for more than a year. I could learn something new. If I had to
Mhm.
get a job, I can get a job. I can do different things and back up type of stuff. So financially, I'm not really worried. And I know my skills and I know I can pivot, but definitely I think it's a good thing. If people, this is like, I'm relying 100% on Amazon influencer program to provide for my family, that's kind of scary
Yeah.
I've had
because
a
it
little
could,
taste of it this week. A
yeah,
little taste of
yeah.
it this week.
Again, they can change the placement, and I've seen
So
the ups and downs. I've seen so many times where they had a glitch in the system, and are no reporting, no numbers. Did I earn any commissions? Oh, we'll fix it. Yeah, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got a few days. I'm making $200 to $300 a day. You can have a couple days where you don't have any income at all because of a glitch
Mhm.
or something. But yeah, definitely diversification is something to keep in mind because you know they own you.
yeah,
And
they
your
do.
print on demand, it's
Mhm.
called merch on demand, isn't it, with Amazon?
That's one of the avenues. Yeah, on
And
Amazon it's called merch.
that's one of the things you do. Are
One
you
of the
doing
things I
good with
do.
that?
Not as good as I used to. When I first started, I have over 1,000, about 1,000 designs up there.
Oh, wow.
I used to make about 1,500 a month. Now I'm making like 200 or 300 a month.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's because some of my top niches were trending designs that are no longer trending. Some of
Mhm.
my top selling ones have been copied. Talk about getting copies, people stealing your stuff.
Yeah.
It's the worst on
Yeah.
that. When
Okay.
you're talking about merch designs, people steal your stuff all the time. But I also have stuff on Etsy. My print on demand is not just on Amazon. I have stuff on Etsy. I have stuff on Redbubble. I have stuff on other places. And I have a couple websites that I have that do print on demand as well. So it's again diversified. Don't not all the eggs in one basket. But I haven't done anything new in it for a while because I'm so focused. My Amazon started making way more money, so I'm like, well, I'm gonna focus over here,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
not do any new designs or new trends or new stuff like that. But I can always flip back to that if I needed to.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
So I always like to ask this question to every guest that we have because I feel like for myself and Ashley, um, regardless of what the program, some of the risks involved with Amazon Influence Program, this program has provided us the freedom, given us the freedom to just be self-employed and be with our families every day, go do
Hmm.
fun stuff and do whatever we want. So for you, given that you've been in this program now for quite some time, 4 years, you've been doing content, you've been content for a long time, you're comfortable on camera. What has this program in general, content, kind of like the whole umbrella, done for you and like your day to day life? Kind of just like what has it done for you?
Well, the biggest thing I think is I do care for my mom. She's 87 years old, and she lives with us. And it's nice because lately she's had to have a lot of doctor appointments. So I can take her. I make my own schedule, and that's the best thing ever. It's like she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to take you away from your business and stuff." I'm like, I decide what I want to do. I mean, I'm self-employed. My boss is pretty cool, you know? That's
Mhm.
Yeah.
how I say it. Sometimes he's a jerk, but no, but it gives me the freedom to be able to care for my mom, take her to her appointments and meetings and things at any time, any day. It doesn't matter. I did last year. No, is it almost 2 years? 2 years ago, I did a trip to Scotland. It was a 17-day tour of Scotland.
Wow.
That's where I met my wife, by the way.
Oh,
That's a whole nother story. We got a Hallmark story, but that's another time. Um,
oh,
but I came home from that trip, and then a day and a half later, I went to Greece. I did a 7 day on a mega yacht cruise. They call it a mega yacht. It's not a ship. It's not a boat. It's a mega yacht. And I did a 7 day cruise of the Greek islands right afterwards. So in July, I was gone most all the month on great vacations. Well, people dream about this, right?
hmm.
That was my biggest month in Amazon like ever. I think I made like $11,000 to $12,000 that month just on site Amazon. That was before CC and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
But I was on vacation all over the world that month, and I earned the most. It was during the Prime days, and back then the Prime days actually was really good for us. Now, that's a whole nother story. But back then it was good. So I was gone almost a whole month, and I made the most money I've ever made, in the whole program, pretty much. Um, and then that's what it allows us to do.
Yeah.
I can earn money while I'm traveling. We just came back from our honeymoon. We recently got married. We went on a 15-day Japanese cruise and
Wow.
Nice.
tour in Japan. Huge, huge thing. I was checking oh, look, I made money today. Cool. you know? So it does give you that residual, work kind of stuff. I can take whatever time I need and still earn money along with it. Now, it's a lot of work. When I am home working, I bust my ass, but it's given me the opportunity to do these travels and to do these things and take care of my mom and all of that. So it's been really good. I'm very, very grateful and fortunate. It's a lot of work and changes happen. You got to be able to flex or pivot,
Hmm.
and when things don't, and try different things. If things aren't going right, figure it out and try something different. So
Awesome,
that's
man.
my story.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Um,
Yeah.
one more thing. What one tip to the people listening right now, and to us, because we're learning as we're having this conversation. What's one tip for Amazon influencers or people creating content in general that are looking to take this to the next level? What's one tip you can give them to help them in their journey uh, as content creators?
Um, that's hard because there's so many different little pieces that go to it.
Absolutely.
Other than I think the quality and details of what you're doing. The biggest thing I guess is if you're trying to sell the product, you want somebody to buy the product you're showing. Try to answer the questions that they would have. Maybe even go to on Amazon. They have a whole section of questions that people are asking. You know, go through that, find out if and look at the videos that are on there. If the videos that are on there are not answering the questions that people have, make that video. Make that video to show them. If they want to, if somebody says, I have no idea what the size of that. What's the size of it? And no one's mentioned it. Well, measure it, and show them the size. Or how does it work with this or whatever. Just answer the questions that give them the buy-in decision. Because when that's the case, they don't need to go to all the other videos. Because I'm doing that too. When I'm buying stuff, I'll go through the videos and I'll watch them and go, okay, that didn't help, right? So you go to the next one. Well, the person that's going to get the sales, is the last video that person watches. So what is that video going to do to make that buying decision? If you're just throwing up 30-second videos of crap, okay, you'll probably get views, right? Are people going to buy? if it don't help them make that buying decision, this mug is great. I like it. Cool. Boom. Or let's go into details. Is it dishwasher safe? Oh, I didn't know. I don't know. And that kind of thing. So make the video that will give that buying decision. Now you don't know exactly what that is, but if you were a shopper, I'd put that into place because that's how you're going to make the money is only when sales are made. It doesn't matter how many videos, doesn't matter the length of videos. It's who's buying. Is it going to make that sale? And that's to me that's the key of earning money doing this kind of business.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing that, David. Thank you for coming on the show. Is there anything that you want to add,
Yeah.
or where can we find you? YouTube, Instagram. You want to plug in your socials?
Yeah, my YouTube it's the Dave Show, and you can
Dave
probably
Show.
put links on that down when you post this video up here
Yeah,
on
I'll
the
share it down
YouTube.
here.
Yeah, and people can see the type of quality that I do, and if you emulate it, that's I don't care, just do the right thing for the buyer, and hopefully people can make money. And I know there's a lot of a lot of I've seen single moms and people just trying to earn money for their families, and there's no bad in that. Just do it right. Don't
Mhm.
try to don't try to cheat the system, or there's a lot of AI garbage out there right now, and stealing other people's videos. Do your own work. Don't steal other people's videos because it's short-term money. People are looking at short-term money. This is a long game.
Yeah.
It's not a get rich quick kind of thing, not as like it used to be, but it's a long game. Build your brand, that kind of stuff. So, anyways, people can follow me there. Otherwise, that's about it.
Perfect.
And
Thank
if
you.
anybody has any questions, put them down in the comments, and I'll tag me or whatever, and I'll read them. And happy to help if I can.
Yeah, for sure. Ashley, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you again for schooling me on the camera because I'm
Oh
excited.
yeah,
I'm going to start
yeah. Reach
something
out to me if you
completely
want to,
new.
and we can talk more about tech. I love the tech stuff. I've got cameras and microphones and
So you'd be
lighting and
fine with
stuff.
that if I had a couple more questions? Because
Yeah, 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 yeah.
everybody that knows me will tell you tech is not my forte.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Okay.
definitely that's my thing. That's what I do.
Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank
Well, thank you,
you.
everyone. Thank you
Right.
for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you, David, for taking the time out of your busy day again to sit here with us and discuss content, Amazon Influence Program. We appreciate it. And
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, for watching. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.